going to start with the books I read in May. So going from chronological order, I guess. Most of these I'm not going to talk about too in depth. So the first one is The Stolen Throne by Abigail Owen. This is the second book, so I'm not going to obviously say anything that happens in this book, but I give it 4.75 stars. I really enjoyed this whole series, and I can't wait for to read the third one, because I think the third one is out. Next, I read Chase and the Girl Who Came Back by Amber Davis. I gave this one 4 stars. This had a really good medical and anxiety representation, and because the main girl the female main character has type 1 diabetes, I think, and it was just really cute. This whole series is a series of standalones. So this first book followed Chase and Yasmin. The second book I think follows Chase's best friend and a girl I think that we meet in this book. I can't quite remember, but it was very cute, and it's very short, so I was very excited. So I highly recommend this one too. Next, I don't have a rating for this one because it's a memoir, but it's Rental Person Who Does Nothing. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name, but this was a really fun book. It was basically just obviously a memoir of this guy who created a rental service that people could call or request services that he does nothing. So whether that's, oh, I want to talk about my books with someone and they'll just listen, that's what he would kind of focus on and do. Or, oh, I need someone to rehearse a play, but I need to rehearse it in front of someone. Well, he would just be there to listen. So I thought that was really an interesting concept, and I really enjoyed this. I didn't rate it because it was a memoir. I don't feel comfortable rating people's real life experiences and things. But yeah, this one was a fun one, and it had little drawings throughout it, which I really thought was a cool touch to add. And so I really like this one. Next is a 5-star read, and in whatever month, June, I will be reading the second book at least. I'm going to get the second book, and that is the Creatures We Crave series. The first book is Monsters Within by R.L. Calder. I absolutely loved this book. We're following a girl who obviously lives in the real world, but we're following this girl who creates these monsters in her notebooks, and they end up coming to life, or they were real, and she is actually a magical person. We don't know what she is yet. I'm hoping the second or third book, because it is a trilogy, will explain kind of what she is. But there's 4 monsters that she creates, and they all obviously love her dearly and protect her no matter what. It is spicy, so there's spice throughout it, but I really enjoyed it. You get point of views from all of the monsters and the female main character, and I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for the second and third book because I love these characters, and I can't wait to see what happens next. The next one I gave 4 stars. This is Hate Mail by Donna Marchetti. This was so stinking cute. I loved it until we got to the like ending part, there's a third act conflict in this. I enjoyed it because it was done well, but I just think the book itself was a little too long for my taste. It is roughly almost 400 pages. It's 364 pages roughly, and it just was a little too long for me. But it is a pen pal trope following Naomi and Luca, and they have been pen pals since like middle school or something. And it's a romance, so it started from delivering hate mail basically to each other. And the first mail that gets sent I have to read because I was like, how can someone so they lose touch and then they get back in touch after 5th grade. So this is the first letter that she gets, and my jaw literally dropped because I'm like, what the heck? But it said, and it's not a spoiler, but it says, "Dear Naomi, I hope you get struck by lightning and die in the middle of your next weather report. Wouldn't that be ironic?" And she starts laughing her butt off when she gets that letter from him. And her friend is like, "Excuse me, what the heck? Who would send you hate mail like that?" And it gets funnier and funnier the more it goes on. And I did annotate this for my friend Emily. She annotated a book for me also. So I am going to add that to my June TBR. But yes, we love giving annotated books to each other. We've done it twice so far. This is the second time. And I absolutely love it. I can't wait to hear her thoughts on it. So I'm very excited to give this to her. But yes, 4 stars. It is a romance. It is pen pal trope. It is hate to love. I liked it. Next, me and my friends are doing a pass around book where one person will read it and then pass it to the next and annotate it, and the next person will read it, annotate it, pass it along all the way until it gets full circle. So this was my book. Well, this wasn't my book, but it was my turn for the book. And that is Pretty Reckless by L.J. Sheen. I ended up giving this one 4.75 stars, so really close to a 5-star. I really enjoyed this, and I am definitely going to pick up a copy for myself and continue the series. I think with my friend Emily, because I'm giving this book to her sometime in June, so hopefully she'll like it and we can buddy read the rest of the series together. And I believe all the series is a series of standalones, so I think you can read them in any order, but I like to go chronologically because then you can, like, if their people come back in the second book, then obviously you get to see them and know what their deal is and all of that. I don't remember really anything that I can say about this book that's not a spoiler, so I'm just not going to. And it's also a hate to love romance, which I like. Next, me and my friend me and Emily did a 12-hour readathon together, and I started and finished Spookily Yours by Jennifer Chipman. It's a little Halloween novella. It says Spookily Yours is a spicy, open-door, Halloween-themed novella featuring witches, demons, and lots of pumpkin references. This is a series, I believe. The second book I don't think is out yet, but it's coming out soon, I think. I gave this one 3 stars. This was really cute. The male main character is stuck as a cat, and so the female main character has to figure out how to unstick him as a cat to turn him back into human or whatever. And obviously they end up falling in love, and it was really cute. It was such a fast read. It's, I think, under 200 pages. No, it's just over 200 pages. It's roughly 225 pages, and I loved this book so much. I also met the author, so I got it signed, which is amazing. And I also got prints with it. I know I've showed this, I think, in other vlogs. I'm not sure. But there's a cute bookmark that I used all throughout it. And she has other books too. That, if it'll focus on it, that you can go and check out. She gave little art prints as well. I love this one. This one's really cute. And there's this one. And lastly, there's this cute one. It is there. Which I don't think this goes to the series, but it goes to another one of her series. And I had to grab it because it looks so pretty. Next is the Bromance Book Club by Lisa K. Adams. I started this during the 12-hour readathon. I didn't finish it during then, but I finished it. Well, I skimmed the rest of it. I gave it 3 stars. I love the premise, but the execution and everything, there was just a lot of miscommunication, and that is one of my least favorite tropes ever. So I skimmed the rest and will probably not be continuing. Well, I definitely won't be continuing the series, but I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was. So 3 stars. Next was Spy Family Volume 11. I think I gave this 2 stars. I honestly can't remember. I am basically just reading these at this point to get to where they find out that they're both like spies. And I'm assuming it's going to be the last and final book in this series. Yeah. Next, I read Killing November by Adriana Mather. This is for a different vlog, so I'm not going to really give anything for this. I don't know when that vlog is coming out. I'm still in the middle of it. But it is one of my friend's favorite books. I gave it 4 stars. I'm going to pick up the second book soon and finish the duology. Instead of the board game chooses my TBR, I'm going to use my TBR cards that I got from Etsy, so I will link the shop down below. And they come with a lot of them in here. So they all just look like that. You can see it. There we go. So I'm going to shuffle them up. And then we will probably pick like 5, since I already have some books on my TBR already. Okay. We're just going to pick the top one. Randomly generate a number and read that book on your shelf. Okay. I have my books split up by genre. So what I'll do for this one is I'll probably pick 2 numbers. 1 number for what genre, and then the second number is what book I read. Okay, so first we're going to pick the genre. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 genres. So I'm going to screen record. Okay, so the genre number is 2, so that is going to be a romance. So how many romance books do Okay, I have 53 romances, so we're gonna do the screen record again. put 53. Okay, and it's 23. Is Pretend You're Mine by Lucy Score. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to try and read 2 books by Lucy Score this month. Let's pick my next card. So we're just gonna go from the top again since they're all shuffled. Read a book written by a new to you author. Okay, so that, do you see that? There we go. So, a new to me author. I can pick anything. Okay, I'm gonna think about this and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm going to pick Swipe Right for Murder by Derek Millman. It is about a 17-year-old named Aiden who hooks up with someone at a hotel. He ends up finding a dead body, I guess, and so is on the run. And so lots of people are trying to track him down, including a murderous cult is trying to track him down. So I'm very excited to read this one. Let's do another one. Ugh. Read a book with more than 400 pages. Oh, okay. Well, but that really can be anything. I'll have to think on this one again and look at some of my shelf. Or look at some of the books. More than 400 pages. Okay. Okay. I found a book that is 570 pages. And that is Shift, which is the second book in the Silo series. The first book is Wool by Hugh Howey. I think I ended up giving that one 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. This one I think follows the creation of a silo. The first one was more like the inside of it, I think. Now this is more going before silo, or before Wool in a way, and kind of explaining what happened and why they're all living in a silo, I think. Okay, and then since there are some big books, I will probably only do like 2 more books or 2 more picks. So the next one, read a book that was gifted to you. Okay. I might do the book that my friend Emily is gifting me, because I should get that in the first few weeks of June. So I'll use that book for this one. Last pick is read a book with a woman on the cover. Okay. Okay, I found the book. It has a woman on the cover. And it's You'd Look Better as a Ghost by Joanna Wallace. I think she is a serial killer who, I don't know. Someone's watching her. Okay. Okay, interesting. So, those are all of the books that I'm going to read in June. Hopefully I get to more of them, but most of them are big books that I probably will just stick to those.